Hello everyone, my name is AZZATRU, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video of mine, and it is going to be an exploration video. I have to firstly apologise for the lack of exploration videos over the last few months. I just weren't motivated to make the last remaining two maps for the exploration series, which are the Death Star debris map and Kamino Starfighter assault map. So the reason being, I made this video, the Death Star debris exploration video, in July for when I went on holiday. It took me a few hours to make, and then I accidentally deleted it from my PC before I uploaded it to YouTube, and I just spent like 5 or 6 hours making it, and I was like, I've got to go on holiday in a few hours time. I cannot remake this. So I just didn't, and then I forgot about doing it, and I've seen comments over the last few weeks saying, bring it back, bring back the series. Well, don't you worry, it is back. I'll finish off the maps before we get to Geonosis. And I will be doing single player as well. I know it's been heavily requested for many months, but I will be doing single player when I do get a chance. I just want to focus more on the new content rather than stuff that did release a year ago. But before I do get into the brand new exploration video, I just want to discuss what this series is about to all of you new faces that have joined the channel over the last few months or so. I really appreciate you subscribing, but if you did not see any exploration videos in the past, then this is what I do. I use the cinematic tools to go around the maps of Star Wars Battlefront 2 and looking inside various sections of the terrain, some of the props, seeing if there's any Easter eggs. We do find some Easter eggs and a few other things, and I will leave a link to every single exploration video in the comment section below. I've covered Kessel, Mos Eisley, all of them. I've covered Hoth, Crate, the Death Star. All of the maps in Star Wars Battlefront 2 have been explored. Every single one of them except for this one and Kamino Starfighter Assault, but I've already done Kamino and Kashyyyk and, you know, all the main multiplayer maps, so go check them out after you've seen this video if you haven't seen them already. Let's get straight onto the exploration of the Endor Starfighter map, Death Star debris. So pulling away from a standard X-Wing of the Rebellion, we can see a lot of debris in the background, and of course the Mon Calamari cruiser of the Rebellion. A fantastic looking cruiser, if I do say myself. And you can also see that we do have a couple of Star Destroyers. Only one functioning one, the other two are actually broken. They are missing quite a bit, but let's get close with this Mon Calamari cruiser and see what is in it. So we actually have small little details like that on the side, which is really, really cool. I do like the little details that went into this game, specifically on ships like this. So inside this humongous cruiser, we can see not very much, to be honest. I mean, there is this sort of docking section, which is kind of interesting because it's actually more detailed than I expected. You can't get up close with it with a starfighter, but there you go. And if we go deeper and closer to the engines, we actually can see there is a piece of Death Star debris inside the ship. I mean, that shouldn't be there. That definitely should not be there. It also moves. I don't know why, but it's inside the ship, which is very odd and peculiar. It shouldn't be there, but that's the first thing of things we shouldn't be seeing already in this exploration video. Now let's turn our attention to some of the debris, and it's actually really interesting just how detailed so much of this is. You know, nothing really seems to look the same because they're all different shapes and sizes, and it's really, really cool to see them. You know, you can clearly tell they're definitely parts of the Death Star, and it must have been really hard to make a lot of this stuff when they were developing this map. You know, it's not just a regular square, it's a square missing a few pieces, and it's not straightforward. Now let's take a look at the Star Destroyer that is at arm's length with the Mon Calamari cruiser. So it's pretty much a perfect Star Destroyer, other than it does have some battle damage, which was expected. and I think it really gives a nice effect to it. I think if it didn't have this battle damage, it would look a little bit bland, and I've already covered the Star Destroyer in several other videos of exploration, so nothing too new here. I mean, we can take a look at the Starfighters, but again, they're nothing new. We've seen this all before in previous episodes. Unlike the Rebellion ships, they actually don't have any inside, whereas the Rebellions actually have fully textured cockpits and stuff like that. So that was a Star Destroyer and some debris, but now let's turn away and take a look at some of the other Star Destroyers that are not quite in as good shape as the one we just looked at. So as you can see, outside the map we have this Star Destroyer that is sinking down to the planet. It's clearly been torn in half, and this texture is actually slightly wrong. It's not centered, and that's really annoying. Even though you can't see it in the game, it's wrong. That texture is not how it should be. But look at this really low res debris. This is what happens when you need to make the scene look great and far away use trickery, and of course it's completely untextured. It's just grey, really low poly, and it still looks great from the distance. Now, if we take a look inside this upper part of the Star Destroyer, it's a bit low res compared to the Star Destroyer we can actually get close to in the map, but it actually is really detailed, surprisingly still. And now let's move on to the second Star Destroyer that is sinking. Again, more low-res textures, and what's also interesting is that it's not a full, complete Star Destroyer, it's missing a piece. Odd. Now let's move on to looking at the super weapon from the Death Star. You know, we can see this ring clearly is from the super weapon, and it looks fantastic. It's actually really well detailed, and it's just interesting to see it from this angle. You know, we don't get to see it in the movies, but here it is, the wreckage, the remains of this incredible super weapon. Now let's pull out and just take a look at how big this map in reality is. You know, there's only a small playable area, but the debris goes on for so much more. You can just see the scale of this map. You can't even fit most of it in its viewable angle of the camera. The map disappears when you're still going, which is really interesting. It does surprise me why there's still so much debris in the back that we can't see when we're playing the game, but nevertheless, it is there. Same goes for the opposite end of the map with the Star Destroyers. It just keeps going. It's just huge. Like, I'm going to give you guys a task. Count how much debris there is in this map. And tell me in the comment section below. Count it from every polygon that is just a simple shape at this end all the way to the other end. Nah, I don't think so. It would take an extremely long time and you would likely miss something or count something twice. But it's just beautiful looking at it from this angle. And that is the remainance of the second Death Star. But now let us take a look at the forest moon of Endor. And as you can see, Endor's textures were used in this planet right here. But what about the larger planets, which is a bit further away? Well, we'll take a look at that in just a moment, but I'll keep going at a very fast speed. It doesn't look like I'm moving much, but I'm going very, very fast. And the forest moon of Endor really does go round for quite some time. It's absolutely huge. It really is. And you don't really get that sense of scale when you're actually playing in a starfighter. You're tiny in comparison. But look, the planet is actually merged into the moon. It's quite cool actually, because you don't get this effect when you're playing Starfighter Assault at all. It looks like it's very far away, but it's very high quality as well. I do like how they made the planets. They're so realistic when you're flying around. It really does look great. So another aerial shot of all the debris. It's just one huge long line of just Death Star construction work being blown up before it even gets finished, which is quite funny. But that's going to do it for this exploration video. We've reached the end. Unfortunately, this map isn't as exciting as the other ones. I would say it's definitely not got that much exploration going on for it. I mean, most of the map is just blown up space parts, so it doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised, other than the fact that the Mon Calamari cruiser has some of the debris inside it, which is kind of funny. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like, comment below what you found interesting, and I will be doing the Camino Starfighter Assault map if I do find anything of interest, but I highly do doubt it, because the Camino map is huge in itself in the standard actual map when you're playing as an infantry. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you can check out any of the two previous videos on screen if you did miss them, and I shall see you all in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.